Welcome back for another video. My name's Mark. I'm back on my favourite pool today, Birch Pool at Spring Cottage Fisheries near Moira in South Derbyshire. I fished here a couple of weeks ago. I made a video, caught a load of skimmers, but hopefully we're going to catch a few carp today, so I need to go and draw the peg. Hopefully the swans will stay out of my way. But anyway, let's get to it. I'll draw my peg and hopefully we're going to catch a few fish, and I'll see you back in a little while. Hey, welcome back guys. Well, just gone and drawn peg 23 on birch today, so it looks like it is going to be a good peg. Plenty of fish topping about as well. Seen a few carp moving. Today we've just got 2 rigs set up. We've got a one for skimmers, fishing about 4.5 foot. Just a normal rig. Got a 4x12 float on there and 3 number 8 droppers at the bottom. We've got fishing 5-pound line, 3-pound hook length with a size 18 hook. Again, we've got a margin swim as well. That's got we're fishing quite heavy on that. We're going to expect a few carp on that line. It's going to be a little bit like the last video. I'm going to fish out on the bomb and bread start off with for the first hour. I'm going to prime a skimmer line with catapulted maggots. It worked last time, so hopefully it might work today. Get some skimmers and get some bream going, and if we're lucky in the first hour we might even catch the odd 1 or 2 carp. I've even set up a waggler rod as well. If they really do move out today, I want to chase them out, the skimmers out, so if I need to go beyond the 13 metre, which is my pole length today, at least I've got my waggler rod. So we've got about 10 minutes to go, so I'm just going to do some last minute preparations and hopefully we'll start catching some fish. So bait choice today, we've got the maggots for the skimmer line. We're going to also got some super crush expander. Put a pinch of that in as well to kick the swim off when we get going. We've got the corn, and we also got the some dead red maggots here for our margin swim later on. So if we need to, we even got some 2mm micro pellets and some 4mm expanders as well set up if we want to go to that line. But hopefully we're going to catch on the maggots and we're going to catch on the corn in the margin later on today. Okay, we've just had the all in, so let's prime that skimmer line. Just put some maggots in the end of the pole. Just going to dip that pot in the water just to get them wet, try and keep them in the pot as we ship out. So I am going to be catapulting maggots over the top, but I just want to get a little bit of bait around the hook length. So I'm fishing at 13 metres today. I've got my marker. Just going to drop those in at height. I just want to make a bit of noise, get those in. Okay, let's get some maggots in over the top. I'm just going to do 2 lots. There we go. So every 5 minutes I'm going to just put some maggots in, keep catapulting probably 10-15 maggots every 5 minutes while we're fishing the bomb and bread. Okay, I'm going to start fishing and I'll be back in a little while. Okay, we're going to get put our first cast out with some bread on the hook. So I'm fishing 12-inch hook length, size 14 hook. Quick stop hair rig, 3 discs of bread. Fishing 10mm discs. I haven't clipped up today, it's just about casting out, seeing if I can find where the shoal is, see if I can catch a few carp early doors. And sink the line. Put the rod on the rest, try not to move it now, the bomb's in. Okay, so we're 5 minutes in now. No indications at the moment, but it is a little bit early. Again, just keep those maggots going out over that skimmer line every 5 minutes. I'm going to do that for probably the first 30 minutes, then I shall just slow the bait down and go for every 10 minutes, trickling in 10-15 maggots over that skimmer line. Now interestingly, I've seen some carp move very close in, so I'm actually tempted, even though only 5 minutes into the match, is prime my margin line. If they're going to come in early, then we want to be on them as well. So I think I'm going to get another 5 minutes. I'm going to reel this in, and I'm going to just prime the margin line. Leave it for 20 minutes, and I shall go on it and see if I can catch a lucky carp. But you just never know. There's definitely fish moving about. Okay, we're 20 minutes in now. Still no indications on the bomb and bread. Still keep the routine going, catapulting some maggots in over that skimmer line. Okay, 30 minutes in now, and decided to give that margin swim a go because there's carp moving around everywhere at the moment. So, fishing it over to my left, going to drop it in. I've only got 2 foot where I am. So I've kept myself, got about 18 inches free in the float at the end of the pole. Try and keep the end of the pole away from the surface. Colour of the water is a little bit murky today. It's plenty of colour in it, but still I just want to keep that end of the pole away. Try not to spook any fish. As we're now about 45 minutes into the match. Unfortunately, I wasn't rolling, but I just had a bream probably about 3 to 4 pounds out the margin swim. I did bump a carp a little bit earlier. So we're just gonna get some more bait in. So we're fishing dead reds. Filling the pot up with some ground bait, giving it a gentle push down. I think the key today is to feed heavy, which is odd because we're only in the early February. You just wouldn't be expecting to feed so heavy, but there's a lot of fish moving. So now I'm starting to think whether I should stay in the margin all day. If they want to be at 2 foot rather than 4 foot, that's probably the place to be. So just going to keep going on the margin for probably another half an hour, and if I keep catching, that's where I might stay for the majority of the day. This time, even though I've put dead reds in, I'm just going to put a bit of sweet corn on because I just want it to have a bit of a standout bait. I want a carp, and maybe sweet corn is the one. But the trouble is with dead reds, you are going to get some smaller fish if they're in the, and you ideally don't want them. So let's see what happens with sweet corn. Okay, so literally an hour and 5 minutes in now. There's no more indications on that margin, so I decided to just rest it. I'm now going to do go back to plan A, which was fish the skimmer line. So we've been priming that for the last hour, and before I go out I'm just going to put 10 to 15 maggots out over at 13 metres, and let's see what happens. Just sort of fish surface, then over the line as the maggots hit the water, so that's a good indication. So I've got about 4 foot today. I'll double check in a minute when I come back in to be accurate, but slight slope out, so I'm just flicking that rig past and then it dropped back in. Somebody opposite me has now got a carp on. So I don't think skimmers alone aren't going to win it today, we know that. There we go, literally 2 minutes straight in. It's only a skimmer, but that is the target out on that line. Yeah, probably about 6 ounces. There we go. Okay, let's get back out there. So we got our skimmer line. We know we've got fish on it. Seen a carp go straight through within the first minute. Caught within 2. Let's see if we can keep them coming. Now at 13 metres. I was going to check the depth for you guys, weren't I? But I'll do that in a minute. Well, I know it's around 4 foot. Flicking it past where the feed's going in, letting it drop down. It's like I say, we've got a bit of a slope. Tactics out here, very similar to that last video I did. There will be a link in the description if you want to watch it. Get some more maggots going in. Oh, there we go, in again. What's that, 5 minutes in, 2 fish, hopefully we can get him out. Another skimmer, similar size as last time. Try and take my time. Got a 9 hollow elastic on again. I was tempted to go a little bit lighter, but with so many carp moving, I know there's a very good chance today. Probably slightly bigger, that one, I reckon. About 8 ounces. There we go, another skimmer. It's opposite me, he's got another carp on. So, we really do need a few carp today. Quite possible 50-60 pound is going to win it. Right, so I've just gone back out after catching that skimmer. What are we now? We are, yeah, 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes now on this skimmer line. There we go, and we're in again. That's a better fish. Difficult to say what that is. I think it's a skimmer. Yeah, decent skimmer. I don't know. Yeah, got ourselves a decent skimmer there. About £3, £2 to £3 on that one. Let's see if I can show you guys. There we go. Nice skimmer. Probably about, give myself £2.5 for that one. Okay, just check the shots out before, on the line, make sure they've not moved. Get all that slime off. You don't want any of that on the line. Get some maggots over the top. Again, I'm just gonna reduce these maggots down to about 10 maggots or so. Catapult them over the line. See if we can get ourselves another decent fish. So we've had the one bream in the margin. I mean, what is that doing in the margin? I have no idea. But we had a lucky bream. half decent skimmer then, and a couple of smaller ones, sort of 6 to 8 ounces. We're only just over an hour and 10 minutes in, so not a bad start. Albeit somebody opposite us has had a carp, so that's averaging 4 or 5 pound a carp. We're probably fairly equal in terms of weight at the moment. So an hour and 15 minutes in. I just checked the depth as well, and we're at 4 foot 3 inches in depth. That wind's really picking up now. It's making it hard work fishing out at 13 meters. Okay, there we go. It took longer to get a bite that time round, probably about 10 minutes when that next bite came. I'm fairly confident that the carp came into the swim. Just pushed them out. Slightly better one from the last couple. About 6 ounces now, only a little bit bigger, but still nice to catch them. So we are now just over an hour and a half in. Couple of good, well, one bream, good skimmer. Lost count actually now how many smaller skimmers I've had. Certainly had probably 9, 10. So we could be on for about maybe 6, no, probably about 7 pound. Like I say, one person opposite me had a carp earlier, so if that was around, it could be anything between 5 and 7 pounds, so we could be even with him at the moment. Can't see anybody else catching, but hard to say. Hi guys, welcome back. So we went on that margin line at about 15 minutes on it, no more indications, so I've now decided to I went back on the pole, 13 meters, again no more indications, so this time decided to go out on the waggler. It's quite possible those skimmers just moved out to probably 15, 16 meters. So, and I've had 2 bites and 1 skimmer, and I've been doing this now for probably about 10 minutes, just catapulting maggots over the line. So, like I say, I think they moved out beyond pole length. So we're going to keep doing this for a little while and see if we can catch a few more skimmers. Missed a bite. Someone opposite me has now had 3 carps, so roughly going to have about between 12 to 15 pounds. Difficult to say how big they were. I think I've probably got around maybe 10 pound skimmers. No carp yet. They do seem to have stopped moving around the swim, but we are now 2.5 hours into the match, halfway through. There we go, got a fish on. That wind has really picked up. Probably hear it on the video. I think moving to the waggler was probably the right thing. Never been able to hold the pole in this wind. Another little skimmer. So double maggot, fishing about 15, 16 meters, sinking line. There we go, some maggots over the top. Like I say, that wind now is definitely picking up to that 20 mile an hour plus more, possibly more. Holding the pole would have been horrendous. Okay, so we're in again, another skimmer, a little bit of decent one this time. Welcome back, guys. So I stopped fishing the waggler, decided to come in on the margin line to my left, fishing dead red maggots. Luckily I just caught a carp, as you can see from the picture, proper lump, about probably about 8 pounds. There has been one other angler to my left that's caught 2 carp in the last 45 minutes, and I've got one opposite that's caught 3 now, so I think we're fairly even between us. Just depends, obviously, the one that's caught the 3 depends how big those carp are. But that was a proper lump. If we can get 2 more, we might be in a chance of being in the top 3 today. So we're going to keep at it. I think we're going to stick on the margin line now. I think that's where the carp are going to be. Got to win. You can only win with carp. So the skimmer line, I think we're going to throw that away now and stick to the margins. Okay, we just had our second bite in the margin. We're into a carp at the moment. I need to bring this one in. So this has probably been no more than 3-4 minutes after that 8 pound carp that unfortunately I wasn't filming, but you saw a picture of. Let's see if we can bring this one in nicely. This might take a little while. Decided to shoot out to the middle. Sometimes these carp, you think you've got them hooked, you think you got them in, and then right at the last minute they just come off. It's going to be a race this last hour and a half. It's going to be the one that catch the most carp. This is a proper lump. Difficult to say if it's any bigger than the other one, but you just want to get them in as quick as you can, because you don't want to lose them. But that's the mistake sometimes we make. The last thing you want to do is bully them, even though it's winter, especially in this on Birch Pool. They're pretty fit, healthy fish, put up a good fight. So we've now got him close in, so we can net him now. Nice comment. Go on, and he just fits in, landing there. There we go. Guy's a bit lively. Okay, calm down, calm down. He's swallowed that hook. I mean, I'm not fishing hard on the bottom, only probably about half an inch on the bottom. There we go. But it's not a bad thing. At least the hook isn't going to come out. Not sure if I can get him up, guys. Don't want to lose this one. There we go. He's a bit lively. Try and keep him over the landing net. There we go. Let's get him in. Got to give that one £6 easy. Put that on the counter. So we've now got £16 a carp, is what I'm guessing. No, sorry, £14 a carp. Okay. Put some more bait in, because they've probably hoovered all those dead reds up. So I'm going to get some more in and carry on fishing. Okay, so just had that second carp. Like I was saying, we've got about £14 of carp now. We've got about 3, 4, 5, probably about between 8 and £10 of skimmers. So got at least £22 of fish. So we are now through 3 hours 40 minutes into the match. Let's keep going, hopefully we'll catch a few more. So this margin line, we've got 2 foot of water. I'm fishing a 13 hollow elastic on this. Those 2 carp we just had, it worked perfectly. I think anything lighter would have been a mistake. Sometimes I do fish in 11 this time of year, but seeing how active they were when we first started the match over 3 hours ago now, it was obvious we were going to at some point catch them, and they would seem to be very active. So as I say, they're very fit, strong carp in here. You need a good elastic even in the winter just to get them out. So 13 hollow did the trick. So since I last spoke to you, we've had another carp, probably about 6 pounds. So we've got 3 carp now, probably total of around 20 pounds in carp, and I think we've got roughly around 10 pounds worth of silvers, with 1 decent bream and the rest being skimmers. We did lose a carp as well, so shame we didn't get that one in, because that could have been number 4. But we've got 10 minutes left, so we'll see if we can catch one more before the end of the match. I'll be back with you in a little while. Oh, can you believe it? Literally 3 minutes to go and I've just gone and missed a bite. So, positive bite, definitely a carp. So we've got definitely only about 2 minutes before the all out. So, last put in. See if we can get that in one more bite. But that's the end of the match, guys. So I think we'd had a good day. I didn't get that last bite, which I was hoping for. But I'm going to get packed away now, and then in a little while we're going to weigh in, and then we'll see how we've done. Hey, so there we go, guys. Weighed in, ended up getting £31.14, and we got the win. Absolutely brilliant. So my estimate of £30 wasn't far off. So great day's fishing. If you like this video, guys, please leave a like and subscribe. And if there's anything you want me to do next, or if you have any comments about today's session, any feedback, please leave a comment as well. It all helps. So don't forget, like and subscribe. Tight lines, guys. See you next time.